A lot of teens don't love high school. That could be because they don't see themselves or their culture represented in the classroom. But here in Fort Erie, Ontario, a grade 12 student is working on changing that.
My name is Steinbach-Parker. I am 17 years old in Mi'kmaq Seneca Nation from Waikagama First Nation in Nova Scotia. In grade 10, I had signed up for the Indigenous history class, which was not originally offered because there was a lack of enrollment. So we decided to take it upon ourselves to email my principal, and he said, if you get enough students, we can collapse a grade 10 history course and replace it with the Indigenous history course. I said, challenge accepted, and I put a post on my Snapchat story, and I think it was within 24 to 48 hours, I had gotten X amount of students that we needed to make the class happen.
That Snapchat activism inspired Kaya to volunteer for a ton of student government positions to help build connections between Indigenous and non-Indigenous students.
My vision at the time was just to get the course running, but I feel like since then, I've constantly coming up with new projects that can get done to promote reconciliation. Hello everybody, my name is Kaya.
Today Kaya is a guest, leading an activity for the grade 10 Indigenous history class, the course she helped to launch.
Orange Shirt Day, a day to honor the residential school survivors, but also the children who didn't make it home to their families. So we're gonna be working on an activity with these tiles here. It is my hope that you would put a little design on it, something that is representative of like honoring the survivors and the children who didn't come home, and to, recognize the day of truth and reconciliation. So the plan is to create a mural. We're all gonna, take a tile or two and arrange it on this table. This looks amazing. We can learn to reconcile within education, which is something that I'm very passionate about, which is what drove me to step into this role as the Indigenous Student Trustee. The reconciliation process, it cannot be done by just Indigenous people, so it's so important that non-Indigenous people recognize that it is their responsibility as well, maybe even more, to use their privilege to uplift Indigenous voices and ultimately promote reconciliation.
She's really young, she's only 17, and she's paving the way for Indigenous youth that, they can realize that they have a voice too, and she just seems like she's a natural leader, and it's really inspiring.
Kaya is a warrior. She's advocating and fighting for Indigenous issues and wellness, especially in the school system. So I'm super proud.